billion cedis to the state from audited account of public boards, corporations, and other statutory organizations.
That this time we are not going to permit...
We hear from a member of Parliament's Public Accounts Committee describing the situation as scandalous. Also, woes deepen for father of Rastafarian boy who was
considering going to a school. Getting into a public school as per the current situation may be very difficult.
Was forced into exile during an invasion. Guerrilla warriors swore not to cut their hair until the emperor was reinstated.
In protest of a directive from management asking them to defer their courses for a year.
Any wise institution will know that, oh, this and this and this and that. You are telling them that they shouldn't write examination.
We're live on the ground for all the action, also in sports.
Vote of confidence in local players. Siki Akono declares.
And later in our Ghana Man series, we'll take you to the site of another historical mosque.
And the first one we saw are the blessings from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Some of them were having business challenges.
You want to stay for more of that good luck and healing here on the Midday News with me, Emefa Apau. Public Accounts Committee has described as scandalous a report by the Auditor General which reveals the state lost over 20 billion cedis within threat for the financial malfeasance failed to adequately account for the said irregularities. Committee member Roxanne Nelson Dapama money's lost to the state.
And you will be shocked to discover that in 2017, financial irregularities cost this nation in 2018. Financial irregularities cost us in excess of 3 billion. Now, if you put all that together, it means that between 2017 and
20 billion Ghana.
20 billion.
And you say you are alarmed by that?
The equivalent of 4 billion. Others procuring things without recourse to the law. You know, they do things on their own.
So it's not
Accounts Committee. I'm throwing. This is a caution. People are going to cough these monies. You see, my brother.
They'll be made to refund the money.
Exactly.
On the line with more on this. So, Kwesi, give us more details from this report. Which state institutions are?
They also cited some SHS as well, including sexual content by SHS. So these are some of the schools and institutions cited in the report.
And this is during this report.
So according to Roxanne Dafema, who is a member of the committee, they are expecting that when Parliament, but he believes that hopefully by the end of next month, sitting should begin so that all individual sites
submitted a report on the Office of the Special Prosecutor. Tell us what's contained in that.
So according to the Office of the Special Prosecutor, they have only investigated 2 cases against 8 individuals, I should say. And as a matter of fact, there is a delay in the relocation of their new office building of the former special prosecutor. It delayed in the effective execution of their mandate. But they have other promised that this year may have breached the law.
Okay. And briefly, just before we let you off, Parker, what else is happening on the floor? We know that there are more approved.
Our Parliament just started about 10 minutes ago. They're going through the vote and proceedings. And when they are done, they will consider all the other reports as well.
To allow Parliament to receive petitions wholesale may have dire consequences. His comment follows a public disagreement over the revocation of their banking licenses. The two clashed on the floor yesterday after the majority leader disagreed with the Speaker's position.
I'll be happier if we be prepared. Let the petitions come.
But speaking on Top Story with Evans Mensah last night, Mr. Chairman...
There's nowhere, no provision in the Constitution or the standing orders debarring him from admitting petitions. So he is open if the speakership is to be reduced to a mere conveyor belt. I disagree with the speaker.
But he challenged you to quote any standing order that...
Before court, even in debate, we should not mention or argue in such a manner as to...
To the Central Regional Capital, Cape Coast, where there were near fisticuffs between 2 lawyers at a high court hearing the case, that there's a statement from the Vice President on the ongoing issues about posters making the round. Has a copy of that statement. Elton, what does it say?
In a very short one, it says the Office of the Vice President has taken notice of the proliferation of posters around the country, apparently promoting His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as the candidate of the MPP. The Vice President remains focused on assisting the President in the execution of his agenda to transform Ghana. This is where...
In the party, there have been concerns raised about these posters and why people in office will still want to start doing this at this time, right?
Specifically promoting the Vice President and Trade Minister Alan Chevantin We're waiting whether
the near fisticuffs between two lawyers at a high court hearing the case of the dual citizenship of the Essen North MP James Chachi-Kwesen towards each other amidst heated exchanges. Well, let me not say more. Richard Kojunyako was in court. He joins us on the line
tomorrow. So at the last sitting, lawyer for the first respondent, Abraham Amalba, did not send a letter to the court explaining why he came.
Well, there's a lot we are missing because of that bad connection. Hello, Richard.
Okay, MFI, is it okay now?
Great, wonderful. So let's talk about the near fisticuffs first.
The lawyer for the first respondent, James Chachi-Kwesen, did not appear in court. And so he sent a letter to the court explaining why he could actually fix the case for today and all parties involved in the case to be present in court because he wanted an expeditious trial. So for the court, Frank Davis, he further explained that that was not his intention and it would never be his intention to disrespect the court. Frank Davis was writing a letter to the court. He should have at least copied him or alternatively called him so he would be properly advised on what to do. But he surprised security guards in the court to separate them, and then the judge, Chachi-Kwesen, ordered the two gentlemen to walk out of his, and so the case resumed subsequently. They had to apologize to each other, and after that, Abraham Amalba pleaded with the court that he would want to carry
back to the court and one offering to carry the senior's bag. How did the case itself go?
Okay, so Abraham Amalba, the counsel for motion was not opposed by the lawyers for the EC and the lawyers for the petitioner. And so the court has adjourned the case for the 12th of April for all of them to come with their proposed EC.
And there was near clash from management asking them to defer their courses for a year. The directive follows the directive revoked.
Looking at the recent measures that management came to introduce, they are saying you come and do your assignment, do IAs and everything, stress, online exam.
I see this gentleman, he's covered his entire face, even only his eyes. What are you here? What is your issue? Didn't you know? But then the issue is, it was in a pandemic season. What's the name? How should I put it? Their jobs. The economy was tight. No one was going, no one was coming. They were starting on table. You understand? People's parents. Fine. It is that any wise institution will know that, this and this and this and that. So you reduce school fees. You understand? People have paid 100%.
Some students there interacting with my colleague Manuel Kranting, who is on campus. He joins us live.
Students having to pay their fees, register their courses to get access to sit various exams. Well, because of the coronavirus pandemic, we're told again to 25th February. But students, some of the students were unable to meet the reason the university or like the GIJ is giving them the directive, defer their courses. The students don't agree and be able to raise the money that they have paid for their fees now. And so they are asking that for those of them who have been able to get a meeting between management of the university and leadership of the students currently ongoing at the Jolu campus of the school.
The campus, what exactly transpired?
Well, so the policemen and women got here somewhere around onto the campus. For them, they wanted to access their campus to reach their management. But the police folks, stopped them from accessing their way back. And that was where we got, some near clashes between the police and then the students. But it was resolved.
Authorities of Achimoto School because of his dreadlocks is not over. This is because his other two girls at St. John's Grammar but got caught up in the raging controversy and now have to
triplet. So Tyrone's sisters are here. I brought them here. They started schooling yesterday. Want me to come so that we talk about their hair, and that is why I'm here. A guy came up to me, in the rules, and they have to go cut their hairs or they have to leave, and then he went on. So I asked him then, what's your problem?
Well, the student at the center of the impasse, Tyrone Magai, tells my colleague.
I'd say I have this mixed feeling right now, but I'm not so sure what's going on.
Dreadlocks.
Exactly.
That must leave you confused.
Yes, exactly. Because they have been admitted, so I was also looking forward admitted. So we are still really confused. I would have wanted to be at Achimoto.
So you're willing to give up Achimoto?
I would say.
Instead of giving up your dreadlocks?
I would say so. I considered joining my... It's more obvious that when I get there, they may also start with these problems about my hair. But if we could get, as long as they are public, run on a particular similar basic. Yeah, so it means if I'm considering going to a school, getting into a public school as per the current situation may be very...
Alton Broby has more.
Where dreadlocks appeared on Egyptian artifacts. Mummified remains of ancient Egyptians with dreadlocks is directly linked to the 7 locks on his head. Rastafarianism, however, is something entirely separate. It was born in the guerrilla warriors swore not to cut their hair until the empire was reinstated. The religion resonated with the attack by the authorities that tried to suppress the Rasta movement and imprison those who possessed ganja, Rasta dread, which was later reclaimed by the Rasta community. The hairstyle was later brought into mainstream culture, establishment philosophy of Rastafarian culture. Dreadlocks became increasingly popular, and there are many reasons in various cultures for wearing simply a fashion preference.
And that's Elton Brooks to the state from audited accounts of public boards, corporations and other statutory organizations. When we return, we have sports, and then also later in our Ghana power to bring good luck and healing.
This well and the first well we saw are the blessings from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Some of them were having well.
Thanks for your company here on the Midday News. It's
local players to represent the country as Ghana prepares to take on South Africa tomorrow with a host of key players missing. Skipper Andre Ayew and his brother Jordan.
As calm, and so we've prepared very well, adequately, knowing that the match ahead of us, a tough one, but it's clear. I think for a long time now, we've not had this amount of numbers, and so I'm very, very happy that we've been able to.
Of the Black Stars, and that game against South Africa comes on tomorrow at 4 p.m. There'll be live commentary here on Joy 99.7 FM. Build up.
What power outages for the past 3 weeks. While some complain about the intermittent power cut and unstable supply, others speak of daily outages.
But the way the light goes off and comes on, at times, it is very disheartening. For instance, for you to be aware that the light is going off, but all of a sudden, the light will go off. You wait and wait and wait.
Opposite PDEC, Royal Basin Hotel, Mansell's. The situation is very bad. The light just goes on. By the time you come, then everything has spoiled. So power situation over there is very bad.
In my area, it is whether we are in Dumso or we are not.
That's a big question for authorities.
Generation problem. But then sometimes they have challenges with generation because some plans about the time they use to communicate these power outages to members of the public.
The trees, or better still, in makeshift structures. That's the situation at the Onwe Government Hospital in the Ashanti region. Rainwater. Erastus Asaridonko once again has more in this report.
For a hospital, facility is saddled with inadequate medical staff and wards, as well as lack of basic medical tools like slit lamp, is this rickety pickup truck, which has been suspended on wooden stumps for years. The hospital emergencies, mothers in delivery, are wheeled for close to half a mile across this street and constructed this makeshift structure to serve as an emergency unit for maneuver. On March 5th this year, a storm ripped off the makeshift roofing. Josephine Amejake Ahosu spoke about challenges of the Onwe Hospital.
The East region for our Ghana Man series.
Imam Abubakar More completed the building in 19.
During the construction of the structure, the Imam noticed that when he woke each morning a day until he completed the building. On our visit, we met the senior most around the site. Inside the historical site, our guide, Sheikh Mahmoud Abubakar More, explain its key.
The blessings from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inshallah. He fed this water as the first one. And then they make a dua that's for the blessings of Allah to extend to their families. Some of them were having business challenges and then family issues. But after that incident, some of them...
for joining us.
And that's how we wrap up this afternoon's edition of the Midday News. I'll leave you with that banter between the Speaker of Parliament and Majority Leader. Do enjoy. I am MFR Powell.
The rules, that's how I'm applying it to him. Because you were honorable majority leader. Yes, I hear you. I will. But I want you to take this on board. Don't relax the rules. Honorable majority leader. Leave lead the business of the house. You lead the majority, and you lead the business.
We'll focus on our rich culture and our identity as a people. Enjoy our all Ghanaian music policy, conversations about who we are and how we have evolved, and the amazing joy is brought to you by Kiso, a tradition of smiles, a future that's bright. Kiso, still a Mansain boy, arts for free. Within Le Auditor, Ghana Month on Joy, joyously Ghanaian.
Locally and internationally,
Kente is valuable. The same way you go to, what makes Kente unique is the fact that it's hand-woven. What also makes Kente unique is the fact...
Benjamin Epton Owusu, investment banker turned entrepreneur.
We've been able to take the Kente fabrics to countries like the UK, to Denmark,